One, two, one, two, three, four.
Michael, when you talk about Kaizen, you talk about Kaizen on an individual basis. Can you explain that a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. Kaizen is always individual. Now, here there's a difference in perspective, and we're very biased by our Taylor's past. Our understanding we usually have is that performance is the result of processes, and we all buy that, and it's fine. So our thinking is that if you hit each of these processes with a improvement project, and people call it Kaizen, but it's not an improvement project, then the result should be improved performance. Evidence of the past 20 years have shown this is not the case. What you do have is quick hits, you have some savings, or you have some low-hanging fruit, but you don't have the improvement we're looking for. The other way of looking at this is that any process is just a collection of individuals. So if each individual is better at their job, then collectively they will come up with a process that performs better and delivers a performance. I think this is a key to understand. Kaizen is an individual activity to make you better at your job. And this is something we see with Lean students. I mean, after studying Lean for a while, that you ask them the question, or do you feel you're mastering Lean better? And they say, well, no, the system seems still as mysterious and deep and hard to master. You ask them the second question, are you better at your jobs? Do you feel you're better at your jobs? And they say, no debate. Absolutely. Yes, they're confident that they're a lot better at their jobs. So this is what Kaizen is about. Kaizen is about improving you, Joe. By doing Kaizen, you will improve how you see your job and how you perform at your job. And this will make you stop making some classic mistakes, but this will also make you discover innovative way of doing your job. And as we all pull together with a deeper understanding of our jobs, we create processes that our competitors can't never touch. Because in order to hold those better processes, each of us have to be better at our jobs.
So that seems like a real individual type of thing that I thought Lean and Kaizen and Toyota was all about sharing, but that seems like I'm kind of internalizing it.
There's no real contradiction. Actually, this is a very interesting question as well. One of the things you realize is that improvement happens within a relationship. You're also right. You have to be better at your job, but being better at your job usually means understanding better your customers and your suppliers as well. So this is also part of Kaizen. So here's a big breakthrough moment in Kaizen. The technique for Kaizen essentially is to look for muda, for waste. And actually, it's very easy to see the waste you suffer from. There's a lot of you waiting at the bank, waiting for this or doing this again. And anybody can see the waste that their company imposes on them. That's easy. But what can we do? What can we do? It's not, we're just part of the system here. The breakthrough moment is when people start realizing the waste they impose on somebody else. When people start seeing the waste their technical decisions that it has on somebody else. And here is a real source of Kaizen is you work with a product engineer and you say, well, when you make these choices, look at the waste this imposed on the manufacturing engineer in terms of the size of the machine or the complexity of the process. And then when you work with a manufacturing engineer and say, well, when you're putting all these crazy poka-yokas everywhere, all these controls, look at the waste you're imposing in the operator that has to make the part in order to get the right part, and so on. So really the essence of Kaizen is building in people an understanding, a vision of the waste their technical choices imposes on the work chain. So it is an individual thing, as it is their technical choices, and it is a collective thing because it's not the waste they impose on themselves, but the waste they impose on their suppliers, the waste they impose on their internal customers.